Hey guys, it's RetroNate716 bringing you a video about Rumble Rivals, the new mobile game that I've been playing a lot of for the last 2 weeks. And I wanted to bring you a video that shows you how to build a really great deck using just common and rare cards that you find in the first few arenas of the game. Pick it up, download it today, it's a lot of fun. And if you like this video, and if you want to check out more in the future, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our page. Let's get into it. Okay, we're going to build ourselves a nice deck out of just commons and rares here. So let's get right to it. I have it up on the screen. The first unit that I'm using is going to be the Plague Dentist. Plague Dentist is a great unit to take care of area effect and deal with a lot of enemies at once. It infects a monster, and as soon as that monster dies, it releases a toxic cloud, and that affects everybody behind it. So really good when you got hordes of enemies that are coming after you. Plague Dentist is unit number 1. Unit number 2, I think the best unit in the game, or the best value unit in the game, is Bonebreaker. Bonebreaker, what it does is debuffs all of the monsters that you're facing so that the other units that you have on the field are doing extra damage. And check this out, once you get this ranked up to level 5, or boosted to level 5 in battle, it's doing 168 damage, kind of moderate, but 38.5% armor reduction, just at a level 8 Bonebreaker, what I've got now. Really, really valuable. It's going to boost 40% damage on all of your other units on the field. So that's going to be one that you're going to want to utilize as well. Unit number 3, another common, we're going with the Ninja here. Ninja's ability is that they gain damage every time your opponent merges, so getting one of them out there early on in the battle and just letting them accumulate that damage is a really great asset, builds long-term value during the course of the battle. They're someone that you're going to want to just put out there. Also really helpful in starting. They've got decently high damage so that you don't get stuck with a whole bunch of low damage guys and lose basically before the battle gets started. Number 4 and number 5 kind of go together. There are two remaining rares that we're going to use. The first one is Switcheroo. Switcheroo is the ability is that they can switch spots on the field with any other unit of the same rank. So you can position your units where you need to in order to be most effective. So they're really there basically as a support unit. We'll use them up front and then hopefully phase them out over the course of a battle. And then the last one, the featured unit of this one is going to be the Gnome. And the Gnome, the value that they bring is that the more of them that are connected, the stronger and faster they're going to be. So this is the deck. Let's go back over it one more time. Plague Dentist, Bonebreaker, Ninja, Switcheroo, and Gnome. Let's get into a game. Let's just show you how powerful this deck can be. Gnomes, Switcheroo, Bonebreaker, Plague Dentist, and we went with... Shoot, who was our last one? I don't even remember. Who did we go with? Oh, the Ninja. That's right. Couldn't even remember until it dealt out there. All right, good deal to start. What we want to do here is just use the units to fill up the board. One thing, you know, I'm looking at his deck, or this player's deck, and they've got the Raging Bull, which means that their star level has to be underneath ours for them to unlock that ability. Some people like to slow roll their star units to try to hamper their opponent. I don't do that. I worry about who's on my side of the board. So right now, we're just going to try to fill this thing up, get as many attackers out there as we can. We don't want to get overrun early, have to fight our way back. And as you can see, we're getting a pretty good mix. No gnomes yet, just the one in the lower left corner, which isn't going to do us any favors until we can get a few more of them in place. A lot of ninjas, though, which is pretty good. And a lot of switcheroos, so that's going to be helpful if we get them. Man, 5 ninjas we're up to now. But you see that Plague Dentist, as they're poisoning those enemies, you know, they're keeping them at bay. All right, we're going to start merging a couple of units. There we go. We got a 2-star gnome now. Merging a couple units we had a lot of. Want to keep us kind of an even mix on the board if we can. So I'm not going to merge all the way down at this point. Just want to kind of keep filling up. There's a gnome. We needed that one. All right, let's... Oh, actually, I switched the wrong spot there. Yeah, there we go. We got to move... we want to move that gnome connected to the other 3 just to give them as big a boost as we can right now. So when that one wakes up... Hello. Come on, buddy. All right. We're about midway through our path right now. We're keeping them at bay. We don't have to worry about Robin Hood stealing them. Oh, that was a big one. Frank Einstein, man. He is a great asset as a hero. My preferred hero when I play these, no matter what deck I'm using. I just like the free units. The longer the game goes, the more value those have as you get later in, because they cost more and more mana each time. Okay, they're starting to push on us a little bit. He's got a pretty good deck up there, but they're starting to push on us. Let's move that Plague Dentist. We only need 1 Plague Dentist in place in order to be effective here. So we got 5 gnomes lined up. They're still pushing on us. Let's okay, now we got a Bonebreaker, so we can merge that one. let's just, oh, they got the switcheroo. That's actually good. It's a low damage enemy for the Switch Witch to get. So we'll try to merge that one when we get a chance, but it's not urgent right now. Okay, through the first boss, got rid of Switch Witch. Ghost is next, which is no problem. Ghost is not susceptible to any debuffs or traps, so we don't really predicate on that. The only debuff we have or trap we have is Plague Doctor. The debuff, you know, Bone Breaker's not going to be effective, but we're going to get enough attackers out there. Oh, we got a 3-star gnome in the lower left corner. Look at that guy ripping. And now we've got him in place to get our maximum benefit. So we're going to keep those in place as much as we can. And now the strategy, because we've got a good setup with our gnomes, keep those ninjas in place as long as you can. Every time our opponent merges, those ninjas gain damage, which is a huge asset. So the longer you can keep them in place just untouched, the better you're going to do. And now we've actually taken the advantage here. As you can see, they're creeping about halfway through the path. And we got another gnome in the lower right now. We got ninjas we might have to merge. Yeah, that one in the top middle's been there the longest, so that's got the highest damage. We're going to leave that one alone. 2 Bone Breakers now up in the top right. Still no switcheroo for us to merge. They had to use the Medusa skill there to freeze their path and catch up a little bit. Couple of switcheroo merges. Oh, now we got a third. Not that it's really a big deal, but it'll give us some flexibility if we need another ninja on the board. We're getting kind of expensive now on new units that we're adding to the game, but still well in the lead on this this character who now is really fighting against it. They're about 2/3 way through the path. We got another 2-star gnome at the top. Big help there as we merged out our Vexed switcheroo, and man, we are in dominant position, and another 2 gnomes. Look at this. I mean, once you get deep into the game, I don't know if this one's going to be able to come back, because we're well set up now. We've got a Plague Doctor who's poisoning everyone behind, 3 Bone Breakers at high levels to debuff everybody that's coming down the path, enough gnomes to take care of this ghost pretty handily. I don't know if they're going to be able to take care of the ghost. So right now what we're going to do is just make sure we hang on and upgrade the skills and the levels of all of our units, right? We have our gnomes upgraded as far as they can go. We have our Bone Breaker up to level 4 out of 5. We've got our Plague Dentist, who, you know, we only have 1 of those on the board, so Bone Breaker is probably the next priority. Let's get that ninja out of there just because she's been there so long. Let's just upgrade that damage a little bit more. And now we're just sitting and waiting. We're going to see what is dealt here. We might not even make it to the next boss because this guy's going to run his course here. So we're about even right now, but that Plague Dentist keeps everything at bay so nicely. Another big strategy when you're doing this, like, keep note of how many units you have on the board and upgrade those units' power ranks at the bottom accordingly. Getting those gnomes in place and then upgrading them quickly is a good strategy for keeping everyone at bay as long as you can. Boy, they are right at the edge. Medusa had to be activated again just to let them fight back down the path. I think we've got this one locked up. We really don't have to do anything. We're just going to upgrade Bone Breaker like we just did. Maybe Plague Dentist if we get that far. I'm not sure if they're going to survive long enough for us to do that. But we didn't really have to do anything. We got a decent layout. We were flexible with our switcheroos. You know, even if they were to take out one of these units, wouldn't kill us because we had a lot of backup. And there you go. It's that simple. And look at this. We faced level 9 units from this opponent. Level 10 for the Fireman. I mean, that's insane. The fact that we can take them with all level 8s just shows how strong a deck this can be against competitors. So really recommend it. It's a great one to use. Hope you enjoy it.